kickstarting your own creative business, jump-starting your fitness journey, competing in a marathon, or exploring a new city. These may just be a few things on your vision board, right? Maybe it's been there for weeks, months before Obama was president, just waiting to be checked off. Well, we got our hands on a special lady who literally lived by these words, just do it. Keep on our timeline because we have an astronautical engineer ready to take you bucket list bound. Ayanna T. Samuels is an astronautical engineer and international development professional who has run a consultancy practice for over 12 years and who is very passionate about ushering in gender equity in tech. With your best interests at heart, I'm your host Talia, and this is JMMB Living. Hi Ayanna, welcome to JMMB Living. How are you?
Hi Talia, thank you for having me. I'm very well, excited to be here.
Ayanna, you've been a lifestyle, health and wellness activist for many years. How do you balance it? How do you manage it?
There's no single script to success.
Right.
The question is, what do you want to do and what does success look like for you?
We
shouldn't compare, we shouldn't ask ourselves what others have done and think of that as a blueprint. What makes you happy? What makes your heart sing? And once I find something that gets me excited, I map out that plan to make it happen.
Astronautical engineer, what do you do? How do you do it?
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about that because many persons are wondering,
Right,
what's that?
yes. But an astronautical engineer is very concerned with outer space, concerned with everything from telescopes to satellites, anything that has to do with this question of leaving the Earth's gravity and exploring the world
stars,
beyond.
The moon, the sun.
And other solar systems, you name it.
Right.
And when I was growing up, I always wanted to be an astronaut. This just completely impregnated me, the idea. And my parents were very, very supportive of this. So there were times there were new teachers, and when the teachers would ask everyone, what do you want to be? And I would say what I'd want to be.
You want to be an astronaut.
They would smirk about it, even though they were teachers. But the people who mattered the most believed in me, and that's all I needed.
And you set those goals, you achieved them.
Yes.
How did you go about that?
I asked myself, how is it that others who have achieved this have done this? So gathering information, reflecting, extremely important. Whenever I saw anything or my parents saw anything in the media about astronauts, we'd print it, we'd study it, and the university, the Massachusetts Institute of Technology kept on coming up. And so we said, okay,
that's where you need to go.
That's where you need to go, you know? And so I became very, very, very passionate about achieving that. But most importantly, I believed it was possible. And as Henry Ford said, if you believe you can or you can't, you are right. And so many of us, even from the question of studying for an exam or studying, but we don't really believe we'll do well. I know that before Usain Bolt starts every race, he can see himself on the podium, he can hear our national anthem. And so in submitting the application and writing the essays, I did it as if I knew that I deserved to be there. And so in all my goals, that is the approach that I take. You have to find something that takes you out of your comfort zone. So if your goals don't scare you a bit, they're not worth it. But once you have done that, you think about who the experts are you can speak to with regard to achieving that. The experts need not be in Jamaica, as was my situation. Anybody globally can be that person. And people, I find, are much more willing to help than we may believe they are. And so, you know, messaging someone on their social media account, emailing them, you'd be surprised that can gain traction. Right. And then just, you know, really being organized around what you want to ascertain as you look to achieve these goals. Given that you have one lap around the track of life, are you feeling like you want to jump out of bed every morning to do what you want to do? If you don't feel that way, you are doing yourself a disservice. You are existing and not living. You're not thriving. I remember listening to a video this morning that said, be sure to not die before your death. And it really moved me. So our challenge, what we're called to in life, is to really resonate with that which inspires us, that which if you didn't have to be paid, Talia, you would still get up every morning and do it.
Jump out of bed and get it done.
And your passion can be made into profit. Don't let anybody tell you if you want to go to Hollywood and make it there. Don't let anybody tell you that that's not possible, because it has never been done. For the first person, that was always the situation, and that's what drove me. It didn't matter to me that I didn't know any other female rocket scientists, and I still don't know any other Jamaican female rocket scientists from Jamaica, precisely. But I said, no, but I want to be the first one. If not me, given the fantastic opportunities I have had availed to me, then who? And so that's a fire that I have kept burning inside me.
Awesome. Ayanna, tell me, what's next on your bucket list?
Yes, so I have recently started doing triathlons, which excites me.
Okay.
I did my first triathlon this April at Jake's, and I had to learn to swim to do that. So now I want to take my game international, and I have a triathlon in Tobago in June of next year that I'm avidly training for, yes.
Okay, great. I want you to leave with us before you go 3 words of encouragement.
Always stay hungry. Never get comfortable. Everything we want lies squarely outside of our comfort zone. And as I often say, calm seas have never made skilled sailors. So if there is discomfort, you're doing something right. Keep on pressing, always stay hungry, and know that that will help to propel you to your greatest self.
Yes, thank you so much for joining us on JMMB Living and encouraging us to LOL, live out loud.
Yes,
and to achieve our
absolutely.
dreams, to just find that zest for life and to maintain it, to feed our souls every day. Nothing is impossible.
Nothing.
I can, we can.
Thank you for having me.
All right, thank you so much for joining us on JMMB Living. I'm your host, Talia. See you next time.